Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is RC Aradio, live from my studio. I'm sharing with you today two really cool things that I'm excited about. One is this tablet sent to me by my good friends over at Xencelabs. It's a beauty, and it's wireless, charged for many, many hours. Comes with this gorgeous case. Quality is just excellent. Everything's heavy and weighted. You got a thick pen, a thin pen, nibs, remote adapter, and a C block, all in a beautiful case. Second thing is, I'm going to be demoing the tablet on the new version of Painter 2023, a program that I've used for a very long time. It's my go-to for any type of sketching and painting, and me coming from a traditional painting background, it is just amazing to have all these different tools at your fingertips. So with that being said, let's get started and jump right into it. Okay, we are laying down the base pencils, the armature. I'm using the airbrush fine tool. It's one of my faves. Kind of feeling out the structure of the Viking. Well, he'll soon be a Viking. But I love these tools. I love the interface here that the new Painter has. My go-to is the airbrush tool, fine detail. It gives me a wispy, soft pencil feel. So I'm roughing in the body, the sketching, the face, how I want to look. These thick and thin lines are absolutely amazing. The pressure sensitivity and the combination of the tablet and the Painter application just go hand in hand. It allows you to lay down a very thin, smooth line or heavy black line for filling. So I'm going to use this eraser to go ahead and push the drawing back. I'm going to go ahead and go back to a different brush. It's the pen for some very sharp detail. I'm going to go ahead and start detailing the face now, something a little bolder. Once again, the pressure sensitivity, the thick to thin is key here. So this is my workflow. I usually start with soft under drawing and then move into something a little bit harder and decide if I want to make it cartoony or realistic. This one is a little more lighthearted and fun, you know, dinosaurs and Vikings. keeping it a little more cartoony, but having fun with it. I've added gray tones. I'm going to clean this up a little bit more and we'll move on to the next phase. I am back with the airbrush tool, just using a little harder pressure. Now on a separate layer, I've roughed in some color above the gray, and we're gonna go back to that tool again. We're gonna start roughing in the dinosaur, Mr. T-Rex. I wanted to make him a little bit different, so I went ahead and added a unique feature to him. Well, I think it's unique at least. Is a rhino horn on the front of the Rhino Rex, I guess we could call it. A little spin, using your creativity. Really love the flexibility and having the tool set. Another great thing is the sizing brush library. Yeah, I'm using it right now. I just sized up with one click of a button, dropped in my gray tones on a separate layer. And then I could begin to scale the different characters and move them around a bit. I'm going to scale this down, start with my composition, and move on to the next phase, which will be putting in the background and laying in or blocking in some color. I also wanted to mention that I've worked professionally with Universal, Disney, and Marvel on various projects, mainly in the attraction design industry, but the mediums, the work, all crosses over into guest immersion, whether it's a ride, a movie, a storyboard. And these visual development tools are very critical to the workflow, to the scope of the work. So at this point, finally putting in some hard lines and detailing Rhino Rex out. Gonna lay in some color next on our young Viking here and keep adding detail. Okay, we are at the final stage here. The fun begins, coloring. So right now what I'm doing is I'm laying in my desaturated base tones for the Rhino Rex. I like that name, Rhino Rex. I'm using these tools. Right now I'm using some of my favorite ones. When I get to this stage is the oil painting set. You got some great selections there. When I want to pop out an area, I'll go ahead and lasso it. I'm back to the airbrush tool, putting in the details. I'm going to give him some tiger stripes, which is non-traditional of Rex, but this is a fun, lighthearted cartoon illustration, so do what you want, do what you love. Filling in some of the highlights and the details here. One thing I really enjoy about the new Painter interface is the updated brushes and the size picker. Also on the color wheel, maybe I didn't catch it in the last version years ago, but they have this palette I have up called the Harmonies. So every time I pick a color, it's going ahead and it's creating all these different harmonies and values and lights, and it's just amazing to be able to go in there with the brush and select preset colors from you just choosing one color in the triangle color picker. Another thing I love is the old school mixer that's in there, because it's just like having a palette and having all your colors mixed. So definitely a advantage that Painter has over the other software options out there, is that it's really geared up for painting. Now we're adding some details. I'm going back in with the pen, the detail pen, and I'll switch between that and the airbrush to add the features and keep defining. I'll switch over to the lasso tool and do either a bucket, gradient, fill, or go in with my favorite brush and just knock out some baselines before I go and over render it with different textures and whatnot. So Rhino Rex is coming together, adding the contrast and getting close to finishing it up. So this is where we're at. Now I'm going to go ahead and start. I think I'm going to detail and finish the two foreground characters, and then I'm going to do the background, then we'll have a complete illustration. How cool is that? Using the Xencelabs tablet and Painter, the new version of Painter. So exciting. Hey guys, it's getting good. Liking where this is going here. I'm using a blender. I also love this oil. These oils are just amazing. So I'm gonna grab the Alt, pick this color here. Watch this texture I'm putting down. If I could zoom up even more, you guys could see. I just love it. The final stage. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. E, rotate the canvas. Go to my oil brush. This one, I'm going to create another layer. Add some texture in here. Back. Kind of got smooth, a little smooth for me. using this brush here. Clean this up a little bit this way here. It's better, a little more control. Alright guys and gals, this is looking sweet. Put some finishing touches on it. E for rotate and bring it straight back. And let's take a look what we got. Happy with that. Got some nice texture over here. The Viking runes here. It's the Target symbol. Add a little lightness to his hair, a little more. Get a little hot spot. This is the light source. Coming down over here. It looks a little hard. I'm gonna go back to that oil brush. Scale it down. To grab the color and just knock it back just a little bit there. Add some textures. Finishing touches. Many hours of work. Many hours of work. I'm going to correct the symmetry over here. A little bit off. I don't mind it. Well, it's perfect. Perfect's no fun. Little happy mistakes. We used to say that. Yep, Bob Ross. The joy of painter. It just makes sense, right? Okay. Guys and gals, I think we are done. So here's our awesome sponsors. Painter 2023 and Xencelabs tablet, magic tablet. Hope you guys enjoyed the demo. If you have any questions, be sure to contact Xencelabs or Painter to get in touch to get your tablet or your new license of painter. It's been fun. This is RC Aradio. Thanks for spending some time with me. I am going to save this file out and share it with the world. I suggest you do the same. Take care. Ciao for now.